Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and today we're back with Battlesector. It's been a while, but a new DLC has recently dropped. The ORKS have finally been released for Battlesector. Actually a very big surprise considering that I really thought they were going to be releasing demons as, we got the demonic incursion thing. But hey, it's a surprise nonetheless. So, what is Battlesector? If you're not aware, Battlesector is a turn-based Warhammer 40,000 game. It's got loads of different things to it. Not only does it have a very good story centered around the devastation of Baal, but it's also got a few other game modes, like for example, Demonic Incursion, which is kind of like a last man standing situation, a skirmish mode so you can test out your builds, a pretty good multiplayer scene, and finally, Planetary Supremacy, which is its own sandbox campaign, which is getting larger and larger with each update. I'm not actually kidding here. Every update that they're doing, they're making the map larger and thus giving you more to do. A little bit of self-promo here, but if you haven't picked up this game before, there's a chance for you to win a key completely for free for the base game, as I will be streaming today on twitch.tv/thegreatbookofgrudges and giving away 5 copies. Yeah. A big thank you to Slytherin, the publishers, for providing me with those keys. It's always very kind to hear from you guys. But let's talk about the DLC. Yep. There's a few playable races in-game already. You've got the Blood Angels, you've got the Tyranids, obviously Necrons and Sisters of Battle, these were previous DLCs, and now it's the ORKS, with their own playstyle and their own fun. All the races play rather uniquely. This is the strength of the Warhammer 40,000 setting, and the ORKS are no different. This DLC adds in 15 new unit models, and I say models because a lot of these units can also turn into other stuff because of weapon upgrades and so on. So this means that you're getting 15 units, but you're really getting more depending on the weapon loadout and so on. But yeah, you've got the War Boss, the Big Mech, the Weird Boy, the Pain Boy, the Death Dread, the Death Copter too. You've got a flyer here, but unfortunately it's very close to the ground. War Bikers, Knobs, Mega Knobs, Boys, Storm Boys, Burner Boys, Flash Kits, Looters, and Gretchen. Yeah, the Gretchen are in the game. I mean, they're not really strong, but they can do something, I guess. Mostly I've been using loads and loads of boy stacks because they're actually fairly good. And as you can tell here, the units look fantastic. Again, it's Battlesector's absolute awesome quality with the general look of the models, obviously taking very big inspiration from the tabletop. We do know that the devs behind Battlesector actually use the models as reference. It's not just lore and artwork, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. And the units are pretty good. Keep in mind, obviously, that you're playing orcs with this DLC, so you're not going to be shooting a lot. You'll be mostly going up front and personal and doing as much damage as possible. And I'll tell you what, they do it absolutely well. I've been playing a little bit myself. I had to deal with a few Necrons. And yeah, I was able to do a lot of damage and get rid of them, which was fantastic considering that I suffer versus Necrons. Necrons are very, very strong in Battlesector, as you can imagine, due to the fact that they can come back and they've got very powerful weaponry. But yeah, the orcs know how to win, that's for sure. Now, don't get me wrong, you still have a lot of guns. I mean, that's why you're playing as the Bad Moon clan. So a nice mix is going to help you out quite well. Plus, a lot of your actual melee boys will have guns too, so you'll be able to have a little bit of everything already on the field. And for those of you who haven't played Battlesector before, yes, when you change the loadout of a character, giving them a different weapon, their model will change too. They'll have those weapons there. I know there's a few RTS games out there and turn-based games that don't really change that. But yeah, you get that look here. It's all your boys from your codex, basically. And again, they look freaking good. This is one thing that Battlesector does very, very well. It's just the unit models, and obviously the storyline for the main campaign is great. A great way to learn the lore of the devastation of Baal, that's for sure. But we're going to be looking at something else today. We're going to be looking at planetary supremacy. Something which is a really interesting campaign, in all honesty. Here, right now, it's you versus 2 other factions. You can pick which ones to go, and you can decide on the difficulty. You can face anyone. You can even face against allies, so you can have extra orcs on the field if you so wish, which I think is pretty good. And if you haven't played in a while, you'll be happy to know and see on screen right now that the map has actually gotten fairly large for planetary supremacy. This is one of those games where you're seeing it evolve as DLC and updates come out, which I think is phenomenal. It came out rather small scale, I can be completely honest with you there, but it's gotten bigger, it's gotten loads of quality of life updates. The devs are definitely very, very much into the idea of improving the game as much as they can, and I think that's phenomenal. The map itself is kind of take over the world in a sense. Well, take over the tiles. As you go through different tiles, you'll be able to get more bonuses, like for example extra points to make your army larger, switch around certain armies, switch around certain troops. You can definitely get a mighty big war as you start progressing through your campaign, provided that you get the correct areas, which is going to provide you extra points for your lists. I was actually fairly surprised on how fast moving the orcs were from the beginning of the campaign. This is actually from the campaign start. And yeah, you can move around fairly quickly, taking loads of positions without too much of a problem. Obviously, you'll need to take account of what you're fighting against. Like, for example, here, as I'm going into a neutral zone, it's just a Necron force, nothing too big. However, if you've played this enough, you know that the Necrons are fairly strong, and I take some damage. But I must say that as I progressed and as I started unlocking all the cool stuff, yeah, I was doing really, really well. I've played a few times with this already. I've had a few runs. My biggest problem, I think, was the Necrons, and then maybe the Space Marines, as they are fairly durable. But the Necrons are probably the most that can handle a decent amount of punishment. I've mostly been deploying in a close formation and just keeping everything really together, overwhelming my enemies when possible, where, yeah, AoE weapons will do a lot more damage to me, but if you just have enough green being thrown at them, you should be able to overwhelm them, and it's definitely something that you can do here. It feels very, very orky, kind of like how you used to build up your armies for, say, for example, Dawn of War, where you just swarm relentlessly. At least that's how I played, and obviously it's very important to keep in mind that, once again, you will have the whole upgrade system. So this is the HQ upgrades. If you've played before, you already know how to do this. If you haven't, don't worry, it's not hard to tell. You know, you'll use your upgrade points to be able to pick up either new units or upgrades, different weapons. It's all about picking something that you will need next. If you know that you're dealing with, say for example, Tyranids, get Flamers. If you're dealing with Necrons, be able to hit harder or get another troop choice. It's not that difficult to get used to. The matches still remain the same length, more or less around 16 minutes or so, which I think is pretty good. And since you've got variety of different enemies, obviously the fact that the neutral factions are also different to the ones that you're dealing with as the main factions, that won't make the campaign feel boring. What I would hope in the future, though, is that they'll add in more playable factions in there. So right now it's just for you and 2 other players. It would be great if they added more and more and more, because yeah, DLC is likely going to add in more playable factions, so it'd be great to see a grand campaign. But yeah, as always, it's Battlesector. It's a great game. If you haven't played it before, you definitely want to. I believe there's a pretty good sale going on, but again, I will be streaming today, and you'll be able to win a free copy for yourself or for a friend if you so wish. But with all that being said, let me know what you guys think about the orcs. I think it was pretty cool. I think this game is getting better and better with each update, and I can really appreciate that. I feel like the devs are really dedicated to making this the best title possible, which, as you know, in this day and age where games are being released in broken states and so on, this is something to admire. But yeah, I'll put a full battle on so you can hear the orcs, how they sound, all the noises and so on, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.
Guns. Looks like we's got a fight coming our way. Good. New Puny's over there. Be with you in a minute. Daisy's coming at us. Need your gubbins fixed up. Raring to go. It's our time. Moving and leading. Let's go, lads. They won't see us coming. No mucking about. I love a good scrap. Give 'em a crumpin'. ORKS is best.
Yes, boss. Right away.
Red ones, go faster! Boss, 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 boss! They won't see us coming. Ready to boss the boys! Rocket packs, ready to go! Come here, and we'll give you what for! Looks like we's got a fight coming our way! Go!
They're shooting at me!
Right through me armor! Looks like we's got a fight coming our way. Good. Tinkering. Raring to go. Need your gubbins fixed up. Star Boys is the best! Smash them right in the gob!
Resistance encountered.
Rocket packs ready to go! They won't see us coming!
Such crude attempts. Such crude attempts.
Star Boys is the best! Red ones, go faster! Let's go, lads! Moving and leading! Yeah? What?
Yes, boss. Right away. Right. Ready to fight.
Rocket packs ready to go! ORKS is best! Yeah? What? It's our time!
Come and get us.
Taking fire! New Puny's over there. Be with you in a minute. Ready to boss the boys. Smash 'em right in the gob. Boss! 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 They won't see us coming. Red ones, go faster! Warbikers firing, boss! Moving and leading. I love a good scrap. ORKS is best. Give 'em some ducker. Stop boys is the best.
Whatever you want, boss.
Till what comes close.
They're shooting at me! Ugh.
We are engaged. They won't see us coming. Rocket packs ready to go. Wasting time. Smash 'em right in the gob.
Such crude attacks.
This is the life. Yeah? What? Red ones, go faster! Let's go, lads!
Grudges, ready to fight.
Move him away over.
Whatever you want, boss.
Could improve these claws with big spikes. Raring to go. ORKS is best.
Grudges, ready to fight.
Boss! 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 Yeah? What?
Whatever you want, boss.
Stop boys is the best! You can't hurt us! Much! What's that? They got anything worth nicking? Rocket packs, ready to go! Stop boys is the best! Raring to go. Red ones, go faster! Warbikers firing, boss! Engaged. It's our time! I love a good scrap!